And welcome everybody to our Sunday service. Today it is June 12th, 2022. We're excited to be here this morning. For those that don't know, my name is Athena, and I will be leading our service this morning with the help of some volunteers throughout the service. So again, thank you for being here. A little bit about Sanctuary Church for those who may not have joined us before. Sanctuary is a 508c1a faith-based organization. We use psilocybin mushrooms as a sacrament to connect us to divinity. It is our sincere belief that the consumption of psilocybin-containing mushrooms is a communion which brings us closer to what is commonly called God. We understand this concept as pure consciousness, which permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the ineffable source of creation and the origin of health and well-being. Our faith practice in sacred mushrooms stems from prehistorical use by our ancestors and personal experiences of our modern members. It is our belief that psilocybin-containing mushrooms are one of the greatest sacraments that nature offers, raising our awareness so that we can access a direct connection to the source of life. We should not be mistaken for a medical or therapeutic organization. We strongly encourage anyone facing trauma recovery or mental health issues to work in conjunction with a psychiatrist, psychologist, or accredited therapist. Our objective is to help and support you in reconnecting with the universal source of healing, your own divine spirit. As we get ready to begin today's service, we ask that you mute your mics if they are not muted already. We want to let you know this meeting is being recorded, which if you have any questions about, feel free to reach out privately. A portion of this service, we will invite you to journal. So now is a good time to grab a notebook and pen if you'd like to participate in that. And please do, if possible for you, find a comfortable space where you can relax and be present for the service. The service portion of our gathering is around 30 minutes of silent participation on your part, during which time we will begin with a short meditation. We'll read the poem which the church has adopted as our acknowledgement of oneness with all that is, titled A Litany of Gratitude. A reading from our rotating text, currently as one Thinketh, along with an opportunity to journal your thoughts around the reading. A reading from our main text, the Tao Te Ching. After that, we will bring the official service to a close, and from there we'll open it into an optional discussion period led by Eric today, which we've allotted an hour and a half for until noon Eastern, and do invite you to participate if you feel called. And with that, I'd like to again welcome everyone and thank you for joining our Sanctuary community in celebration. As we begin our statement of faith, we recognize that this statement does not exhaust the full extent of our faith. We believe that sacred mushrooms are a primary source of personal and divine revelation. We seek counsel from the mushroom to find direction and inspiration in our faith practice, and we believe that all individuals who seek true revelation from divinity can do so. And with that, Eric, are you here to lead us in our meditation this morning?
Hello, I am indeed. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Athena. So for this meditation, let's see, let me get my timer set real quick here. We'd just like to focus on attempting to get in touch with the feeling, the sensation of joy as I've worked with the mushrooms over the years and processed lots of painful stuff and watched other people, helped other people as they process a lot of painful stuff. It has seemed to become more and more clear that if there is a meaning to life, it is to enjoy it. And that while there are so many challenging moments that we experience, that we can learn to direct our emotions and to move more and more towards joy. So as I set the timer for 5 minutes, that would be my hope. And what I would encourage everyone to do is to just try and touch in with that feeling of joy. And then as you experience it, allow it to expand out in your field, in yourself. So just maybe go back to a memory if that's what you need to do, that's helpful to get in touch with this emotion of joyfulness. And when you do get there, just really sit on it, sit with it as much as you can. And when you find yourself starting to stray, just keep coming back to it. I'm going to go ahead and set the timer. Just settle into ourselves. Use your breath as a point of focus. There's no need to go through a bunch of different memories. Just really hit on one. It reminds you of a joyful time in your life. And as you experience that, you can almost just let the memory fade and stay with the feeling. I've talked a lot about happiness in the last few weeks. Know that our emotions are a result of our thoughts. And if we can continue to direct our thoughts in a positive way, our emotions will reflect that. Learn that we can choose to be happy. Just keep coming back to that sensation of joy. playfulness. Neither life nor death are as serious as we make them out to be. It's just an ebb and a flow, just playful lapping of the waves. Just about 20 seconds left. It's powerful to remember that what we feel affects other people. And while we seek happiness and joyfulness for ourselves first, understanding that this impacts other people helps us to be aware that we have a responsibility. That's 5 minutes. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, Eric. We'll now go into our litany of gratitude. And I invite you to unmute your mics if you'd like and join me when I say, we live in all things live in us. We live by the moon. We feel by, let me start over. We live by the sun. We feel by the moon. We move by the stars. We live in all things. All things
live in us.
We eat from the earth. We drink from the rain. We breathe of the air. We live in
all things.
All
things live in us.
We call to each other. We listen to each other. Our hearts deepen with love and compassion. We live in
all things. All things live in us.
We depend on the trees and animals. We depend on the earth. Our minds open with wisdom and insight. We live in all
things. All things live in us.
We dedicate our practice to others. We include all forms of life. We celebrate the joy of living and dying. We live in all things. All
things live in us.
We are full of life. We are full of death. We are grateful for all beings and companions. Thank you, everyone. If you'd like to resume your mute. I invite Charles to lead us in our first reading this morning.
Thank you. Calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. It is the result of long and patient effort and self-control. Its presence is an indication of ripened experience and of a more than ordinary knowledge of the laws and operations of thought. One becomes calm in the measure that one understands the self as a thought evolved. Such knowledge necessitates the understanding of others as the result of thought. And as one develops a right understanding and sees more clearly the internal relations of things by the action of cause and effect, one ceases to fuss and fume and worry and grieve. This person then remains poised, steadfast, serene. The calm person, having learned how to govern the self, knows how to adapt to others, and they, in turn, reverence this spiritual strength and feel that they can learn and rely from and rely upon one such as this. The more tranquil, the greater our success, influence, and power for good. One who is strong and calm is always loved and revered. They are like a shade-giving tree in a thirsty land, or a sheltering rock in a storm. Who does not love a tranquil heart, a sweet-tempered, balanced life? It does not matter whether it rains or shines, or what changes come to those possessing these blessings, for they are always sweet, serene, and calm. That exquisite poise of character, which we call serenity, is the last lesson of culture, the fruit of the soul. It is precious as wisdom, more to be desired than gold, yea, than even fine gold. How insignificant mere money seeking looks in comparison with a serene life, a life that dwells in the ocean of truth, beneath the waves, beyond the reach of tempests, in the eternal calm.
Thanks, Charles. We'll now take about 5 minutes to reflect on this reading. So if you have your journal and would like to write down your thoughts, now is a great time. And we'll take 5 minutes to meditate on this calm, this confident serenity that Alan refers to. Hold an image of yourself as this serene being. Allow that feeling to soak into you. As a fruit of the soul, this sense of calm belongs to each of us, and with disciplined focus of our thought can become more and more of our daily experience until we are like the one that Alan describes. So let's reflect on the calm and serenity. you'd like to begin finishing up your thoughts. The paradoxical nature of life and its mysteries are best experienced through the ineffable space we find in our communion with the mushroom. For more than 2,000 years, the Tao Te Ching has provided guidance and instruction for exploring the paradox of existence. It is for this reason that we employ the Tao Te Ching as our primary sacred text and invite all to study it further as you delve deeper into the mystery of life. I invite Honor to help us with our next reading.
Thank you. In governing a people and in serving heaven, there is nothing like frugality. To be frugal is to return before straying. To return before straying is to have a double reserve of virtue. To have a double reserve of virtue is to overcome everything. To overcome everything is to reach an invisible height. Only he who has reached an invisible height can have a kingdom. Only he who has got the mother of a kingdom can last long. This is the way to be deep-rooted and firm planted in the Tao, the secret of long life and lasting vision.
Thank you, Honor. Now officially begin closing out our service today. We do have a few announcements. We will be meeting up at Beckley Park next Saturday, the 18th, I believe, from 10 to 2. Just a informal gathering. We'll send out more details and information around what this will look like. But we're really just trying to find opportunities for us to get together while we are in transition of having a space to have our community circles in and get to know some of our local members and those that like to drive in. I know we have a couple of those. So yeah, keep an eye out for more information for this Saturday coming up and our coming together. We do have our July cabin retreat this July 17th from the 22nd. Registration for that retreat will close on July 1st. So if that's something you're interested in and have any questions around, please reach out to us. And then we also have a weekend retreat, a camping retreat, August 5th through the 7th. We do have limited space available on that retreat, and quite a few people have already registered. So if that's something you're interested in, I do encourage you to go ahead and reserve your spot for that weekend. We're really excited to be hosting this option for our members. So again, any questions around that, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us, Courtney, Eric, and I, on getting signed up. So if you have enjoyed the service and or the community conversation afterward, we would love it if you would consider making a donation to help support the efforts of the church. All donations received gratefully go toward current programs, development and implementation of new programs, and operating expenses. And by donating, you help bring to reality the visions that Sanctuary Church has. Our community consists of families and individuals from all walks of life and is open to individuals from any faith or background. If you, like many others throughout history, hold these mushrooms as a sacrament for sincere and intentional spiritual practice and would like to be a part of our community, we invite you to head over to our membership application page and begin the membership process, which I will drop some links in the chat. Becoming a member is a 5-step process, which includes a discovery call with us. Members of Sanctuary Church have access to our growing list of integration coaches and therapists, member-only events, including sacrament opportunities, our member portal, along with discounts to many of our programs that we offer, and our members-only Discord chat, which is a daily connection for our community. And with that, I will officially begin closing out the service, recognizing we've come together with intentions of service to the land and its inhabitants. It is in our hearts to go forth into the world with the collective consciousness. We encourage you to stay for continued fellowship and conversation around our readings today. And for those unable to stay, we thank you for being with us. And as we further our conversation, please remember all perspectives are welcome as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. Much love, everyone. Have a beautiful Sunday. If you have to head out, I will end our recording.